In the early days of post-rotation in Japan, Terapagos EX was a dead deck. And not to say that Terapagos wasn't being played at all. It was being played in Terrabox, it was being played in Charizard, but Terapagos as its own deck was basically non-existent. But in the last few weeks, we have been seeing some Terapagos decks come to life. Most notably, I think the reason we're playing this, I saw on Twitter, Celio's network. Shoutouts to Celio. Go follow him on YouTube. Did really well with the Terapagos build in an online tournament. And most recently, Kashvinder Singh Man won a Tournament of Doom with the deck we're going to look at today. And it looks like Terapagos EX is back. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this new post-rotation take on Terapagos EX. Now, Terapagos is a basic colorless Pokemon with 230 HP. It's got 2 retreat, and it has 2 attacks, but for the purposes of this build, we are not using the second attack. We don't have the energy for that. Instead, we are focusing our efforts on United Beatdown, where for 2 colorless energy, if you go second, it does 30 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So this can swing for up to 240 damage, and you cannot use this attack turn 1 going second. So there are benefits to going first, where you can put 1 energy on Terapagos, turn 2, put the second one, and start swinging. But there are benefits to going second as well, like getting to play a supporter, getting a wider board state, and so on. So swinging for 240 damage is very good in light of being able to one-hit KO pretty much every big basic in the game outside of Blood Moon Ursaluna, which you're not really going to see till the end of the game anyway. So really strong attack off Terapagos. And on top of that, Terapagos can be a defensive beast thanks to Bouffalant, where we've got 3 of these in the deck, and it's got the Curly Wall ability where if you've got at least 2 Bouffalants in play, your basic colorless Pokemon take 60 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon's attacks. And that boosts the effective HP to 290, which is going to get you out of one-hit KO range from most stuff in the game. And then on top of that, we also have a couple of Bravery Charms, which boosts your HP by another 50. So Terapagos effectively becomes a 340 HP Pokemon swinging for big damage, and while also just being a basic Pokemon that's relatively easy to set up. On top of that, you can tank hits and then just scoop the Terapagos out of play. We have Professor Turo's scenario, which lets you just scoop up a Pokemon, and yes, the energy goes in the discard pile, and whatever tools are attached go in the discard pile, but that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world when we have cards like Glass Trumpet, which lets you pick 2 of your colorless Pokemon on the bench, attach an energy to each of them, and then you can E-switch back one of those energies to another Terapagos, attack again, and it's basically like your opponent didn't have a turn. So lots of cool combos you can do with this Terapagos being very tanky and also very aggressive. In the deck, we've got 3 copies of Terapagos EX as our primary attacker, also triggering the Area 0 Underdepths Stadium, which is going to be a big part of our game plan, where if we've got a Terra Pokemon in play, we can expand our bench up to 8 Pokemon, and some of the Pokemon we're going to want in there include Noctowls, where Jewel Seeker has the ability Jewel Seeker allows you to grab 2 trainer cards of your choice, put it into your hand if you've got a Terra Pokemon in play. So whether it is Terapagos or Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, you can grab 2 trainer cards of your choice, and you want a bunch of Hoothoots in play so that you can cherry pick cards throughout the game. Just make sure don't evolve your Noctowl when you don't have a Terra in play. And we've got a thick 4/4 line of those in here. We've got 3 Bouffalants, we've got 2 Munkidori, which can make us even more defensive and more offensive at the same time. Adrenabrain is an ability that allows you to move 3 damage counters from your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon, which is really great for healing a little bit, also getting you a little extra damage. At that point, Terapagos, if you move that damage to the active Pokemon, can swing for upwards of 270 damage, and that's going to be a one-hit KO on a number of Stage 1 EXs as well. One of my favorite cards in the deck is Fan Rotom. On your first turn, if you've got Fan Rotom in play, you can grab 3 colorless Pokemon with up to 100 HP and put them into your hand, and that can get you any combination of Hoothoots, Noctowls, Bouffalants, or even the Ditto. This is even not a bad attacker as well. Assault Landing for colorless energy does 70 damage if there's a stadium in play. If there isn't, it does nothing. This can be here to punch something like a Mimikyu, which Terapagos otherwise wouldn't hit. Or you're just taking out a small Pokemon like a Charmander in the act of giving you some turn 1 tempo. And yes, someone's going to argue like, don't knock out the Charmander in the first. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to get at. You can take out a small Pokemon turn 1 going second with the Fan Rotom. Fezandipiti EX is here to draw 3 cards if one of your Pokemon was knocked out on the previous turn. 1 copy of Ditto, which is seeing a lot more play of late. Its transformative start allows you to transform into a Pokemon from your deck. So you got to get Ditto in the active, you discard the Ditto, and then replace it with a basic Pokemon from your deck. And with a lot of different options you may want to put in the active, Ditto can be great for transforming into the right card. Latias EX gives all of your basic Pokemon free retreat. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is an amazing card which prevents you from getting hit by Pokemon that have an ability, and there's so many meta decks that just cannot hit the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. So you can potentially wall your opponent off, win the game just with that ability. But if not, that's okay too. We do have the Demolish attack for a fighting and 2 colorless, does 140 damage, and it shreds through any other effect. So it will shred through another Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, and it will shred through walls like Mimikyu and Milotic. Clefairy EX is a very strong attacker with the attack Full Moon Rondo, does 20 damage plus 20 more damage for each Pokemon on the bench, both yours and your opponent's. This can be a potential one-shot on almost anything in the game, but especially for Dragon Pokemon. That's where you want to play this the most, where Fairy Zone's ability makes the weakness of all Dragon Pokemon in play Psychic type. And that is going to be great for blowing up Pokemon like a Dragapult, which otherwise this deck is going to have trouble taking down. For trainer cards, we've got 3 copies of Iono, where both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards you have remaining. Definitely want to play this when you're behind on prizes so that you end up with more cards than your opponent, and this can be particularly devastating towards the end of the game, where if they've got 1 to 2 prizes left, you can Iono them down to 1 or 2 cards. 2 copies of Boss's Orders to gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. 3 copies of Crispin, really important card in this deck, lets you search your deck for 2 energy of different types. You'll put 1 into your hand, and the other one you will attach to a Pokemon in play. This is going to be great for getting your Terapagos set up in 1 turn. You could even potentially, with the right combo, potentially get a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon set up. Some combination of Crispin plus Trumpet plus Energy Switch, but it is theoretically possible. Crispin, great card in this deck. 1 copy of Professor's Research, where you discard your hand, draw 7 cards. 1 copy of Professor Turo's Scenario, where you can just scoop up a Pokemon in play and bring it all back into your hand. Any sort of energy or tools have to get discarded, but all of the Pokemon under whatever Pokemon is on the top gets scooped back into your hand. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basic Pokemon down. 3 copies of Ultra Ball, where you discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice. 1 copy of Energy Switch. This can be great for getting an attacker set up, potentially moving an extra energy onto Munkidori so it can move damage from one place to the other. Really useful card in the deck. 1 copy of Countercatcher, where if you're behind on prizes, gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. 1 copy of Night Stretcher lets you recover a Pokemon or basic energy from your discard pile back into your hand. Really great for grabbing some key pieces as needed. In particular, I like to grab Fezandipiti once it gets KO'd. Grab it, just grab another 3 cards with the Fez. 1 copy of Buddy-Buddy Poffin lets you bench 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less. Going to be great for getting you those Hootoots and the Hootoots and the Fan Rotom, for example. 1 copy of Scoop Up Cyclone lets you put 1 of your Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand. So including the energy and tools, put those all back into your hand. And again, this is a way of potentially healing a Terapagos after it gets hit and basically nullifying your opponent's last attack. 1 copy of Glass Trumpet lets you pick 2 of your colorless Pokemon and attach an energy to each of them from your discard pile. 2 copies of Bravery Charm, where you give your Pokemon plus 50 HP, and then 3 copies of Area 0 Underdepths to expand your bench to 8 if you've got a Terra Pokemon in play. Last but not least, we've got 4 Dark Energy, in particular for the Munkidori, 3 Psychic Energy, as well as 2 Fighting Energy, 1 for the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, and then whatever for the Terapagos. The Terapagos isn't picky. you may, whether you go first or second, there are kind of benefits for both. Going second gives you the opportunity to play supporter and get your bench, give you a better shot of establishing your bench. But if you go first, you do have the opportunity on your second turn to swing with Terapagos for upwards of 240 damage. So whatever position you take, you've got plays that you can make either way. You want to definitely get your get as many Hoothoots as you can in play so that you can Noctowl into them and cherry pick the cards that you want throughout the game that'll help you win. Definitely want 2 Bouffalants in play to make your Terapagos tanky, and where possible, leverage your tech attackers in your Cornerstone and your Clefairy. You will know if you're playing against an attacker with an ability, you may want to use Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon to stall for time or maybe be your primary attacker, and against Dragon decks like Dragapult in particular, whip out the Clefairy EX to take them down. All right, let's get to these matches. No, this is a horrible starting first hand. Okay. Even if we were going second, this would suck. Pidgey. Okay. Okay, there's a turtle. There's a turtle. That's something. We can potentially attack on the following turn. Clefairy's pretty cute. Clefairy's pretty cute. Cutest. Not so sure, but certainly one of the cutest. Okay. Is there... Do we just go double Bouffalant now? No, I don't think so. I think we gotta go... Okay, they're gonna play a Cornerstone. Alright. If that's how it's gonna be... Man, we have seen this card so much today. I don't know if how much of it's gonna make it in the YouTube video, but like, so much Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon today. And prevent all damage, opponents' Pokemon that have an ability. Wait, yeah, Terapagos hits through that. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think we... They also did not... Okay. I don't want to Iono... Their hand sucks. Their hand sucks. Our hand also sucks. But I don't want to... I think we can hold out longer. I think we can hold out longer. Let's go and put a Hoothoot down. I'm going to ride this out one more turn. Okay, if we Ultra Ball for Noctowl... Okay, they're going to Noctowl us anyway. What's the play? Right, I need another energy. I need to move the Bouffalant. Like, I could go Nest Ball Crispin, but we're swinging for nothing. Do we just chill? And just say, like, take our time? They get the Pidgeot set up. We do not have Pidgeot in our build. That's going to be a problem going forward. They haven't played a supporter yet, have they? Let's see. No, they just got a Noctowl. Okay. Fan Rotom? What? This isn't turn 1! Oh no! Oh no! They still have Jacques. I think are they just filling up the bench for Terapagos? What's the point in playing Fan Rotom, a Zoomerl deck? Okay. I know what we're up against. I know what we're up against. I'm making the video. This is a work in progress video right now. Okay, I know your exact 60 cards. Yeah, you're going to get the Merrills down. Okay. Yeah. They've only got one Merrill down. It'd be cool if we could target that, and they're going to have a much worse time. I don't think we can grab the pieces. Bouffalant here is great. Also, yeah, Terapagos is amazing in this matchup because they can't one-shot a Terapagos. Now I can't. I have to Iono here, unfortunately. Okay. We give them way more options, but we hopefully give ourselves some more options too. We get a fighting energy. And we can get a Latias down. Latias is good. Right? Yep. Then we can retreat. The Terapagos, which has 280 plus, takes 60 less damage. And I'm going to hold... We can play the Area 0 to get the Hoothoot down. I don't want to do that right now because I don't want to give them any more bench space. And I don't think we need 4 trainer cards in the following turn. So we will tank this hit. They have to 2-shot. We do have Professor Turo. I don't think we're going to get Professor Turo up right now. Let's see how they play it. Yeah, Turo goes crazy in this match. They're going to play Area 0. So if we had let them do it, we would have had more opportunities to do stuff. They will get their energy out. That's fine. Would like another turtle here. Is it worth playing both Hoothoots? I don't know if it is. One for sure. I think maybe we leave room for a Munkidori. And potentially set up. If we could take Pidgeot down, that would be amazing. Or do we soften up the Fan Rotom and try and get that KO'd later? Let's see where this goes. I'm going to put down one Hoothoot, one Munkidori, and hopefully we can get another turtle. Okay, they get themselves a Fez, draw more cards, sure. Oh, wait, the Cornerstone's going to wall off against the Azumarill, right? Prevent all damage done, attacks on opponents that have an ability. Yeah, maybe the switch is just to play Cornerstone. Is that the play? Because then they can power up their Cornerstone. Couple of ways of going about this now. I do think the Cornerstone probably buys us more time. Okay. If we go and grab, yeah, Munkidori and maybe another turtle just in case. And we Iono here. And hopefully we get an out to like a Noctowl or something. Okay, there's Noctowl. What is that good for right now, though? Because we can't play a supporter. We can go... I think we hold off on that for now. We'll just take the 240, take the KO. We can get this rolling. Yeah, we can get this rolling on the next turn. If we go Crispin... If we go Crispin... energy... We go Crispin Trumpet Energy Switch. We can make it work. So Crispin Trumpet Energy Switch. Oh, what are they going to boss up? The Bouffalant? Huh. They're really spooked by the Terapagos there. Yeah, they're going to take out the Bouffalant. That's fine. They were still not knocking out this particular Terapagos with the charm on it. And we're going to switch our strategy anyway over to the Cornerstone. The problem we do have is this Pidgeot's super annoying. Do we? Can we take out the Pidgeot right now? If we go and get Dark Energy... Right? If we get double Munkidori set up... How do we get double Munkidori set up? If we get, say, an Earthen Vessel, throw 2 energy in the discard pile, 2 Dark Energy, we Crispin, Dark... No, we get 2 energy and we E-switch. Then we gust up the Pidgeot. I think that works. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if we even have the pieces here. So I would need... We've got an Energy Switch. We can get it to 250. That's not enough. That's not enough. And we have the... We don't... Yeah, we have the Glass Trumpet here. And E-switch. E-switch right now. I don't think that's the play right this second. I think the appropriate play here is if we... There's no energy in the discard pile. Earthen Vessel. I think we Crispin. I think we go to the Cornerstone strat. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll put the Dark in hand. We'll attach the Psychic to Cornerstone. We'll attach from hand to Cornerstone. We'll retreat. We will E-switch to Cornerstone. And yeah, we can hold. We can hold. We can try and get a Munkidori set up on the following turn. And let's see if there's an opportunity to... I could have also... We could also just play for Boss, right? That's a thing we can do too. Yeah, because we can go back into Terapagos at this point. And then take out Fez. Yeah, we can just take out the Fez. I don't have to take out Pidgeot at this point. Let's see what they do. Yeah, that's why I ultimately bailed out on the Pidgeot play. I need double Monkey, and we don't have that right now. Okay, they boss up this Terapagos. They're still not hit. They're only... Yeah, they do take out this KO. They take this KO. But they are not taking... They're not set up to take 3. We can take 2 KOs before they take 3. Or do we save the Gust play for the end? Yeah, we can take out an Azumarill and force them to Gust, and then we just take a boss KO to end the game. Is probably the way I want to do it. Like, if I take the Fezandipiti now, there could be some wonky stuff that happens later. Yeah, they could play like a walling strat, like play the Pidgeot in or something. Okay, we'll take out this Azumarill, and then we'll try and play for a boss KO afterwards. They will unfortunately take a KO on this Terapagos. We do need to get another, and there's the unfair stamp. That's annoying. That could be a problem later. Let's see what we get. Okay. Okay. They don't have any more attackers right now, though. They could potentially get this Cornerstone set up, but like after we blast this Azumarill, their options are pretty limited. Oh, we get the Noctowl anyway? Okay. I don't want to burn the Noctowl right now. We'll hold on to that as long as we can. Munkidori is pretty goated, though. Let's go and... Do we attach the Munkidori and start moving damage? Like, is it worth it? Or do we just hold it? Like, we're going to take this KO anyway. I don't know if Munkidori is going to matter if we're going to play for boss KO anyhow. Yeah, let's just go 140. We'll hold on to this energy. Or do we set up a... No, we'll just swing. We'll hold on to everything. I'm trying to get a KO with boss KO the Fez on the next turn. Saving the energy for that is kind of the goal here. I don't think they're going to get rolling on this. I could be wrong, and we could be in big trouble if I am wrong here. And just please keep the coaching to... Yeah, I prefer no coaching in the middle of the match. After the match, we can talk about the details. Yeah, we're going to get Iono'd here. Again. All right, now there's going to be... Okay. The Terapagos will knock out the Ogerpon at this point. But let's see. Do they have, like, counter catchers and stuff in this deck, too? They might, but, like... Text and Space Agencies, howdy howdy. Glad to finally catch you on stream. Learned a lot from you, and that's enabled me to enjoy some really fun with my daughter. You're the man. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you and your daughter can enjoy the Pokemon trading card game together. I hope you both continue your journey to be the very best. And thank you so much for the follows. Yeah, there was Trepiers? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Kurumu Hasegawa, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, we just take this KO on the... We should just knock out, because this is prevent Pokemon that have an ability. Terapagos does not have an ability. And we swing for 210, and that is game. All right, we take the win. Little bit of a messy match. Probably could have played some stuff differently. And Azumarill can be tricky. Azumarill does hit really big damage. Having the Bravery Charm and the Bouffalant early did screw things up because Azumarill otherwise would one-shot a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. But they didn't have an answer. They didn't have a good answer anyway for... Cornerstone Mask. They were gusting around a little bit here and there, and that's fine, but we did take an early lead, and we're able to continue pressing the issue, and despite the multitude of hand disruptions towards the end there, we did have a board state where we could just finally take that last KO. GG's. Yeah, let's get the Ditto down, and we'll turn that into a... I'm thinking Fan Rotom. Oh my goodness. Okay. So they have a bunch of pieces here. Let's go and turn this into Fan. Unfortunately, yeah, them going second means they could potentially snipe us here. If we go... Hoothoot Noctowl... because we have 2 Hoothoots, 2 Noctowls, and maybe get a start on a Bouffalant. That would be cool. And we'll get the turtle down as well. Are we over benching? I don't think I need to put the Latias down right this second. We'll hold off on the Latias. With 1 Noctowl, we can get like area 0. And we need a Crispin too to start swinging. Boof to avoid the snipe. I still need I still need cards. They can't take out. I mean, they could gust up. They could potentially boss KO if they get gust the Hoothoot and they take out 2 Hoothoots, then we're in really bad shape. If they take 2 off the Fan Rotom and a Hoothoot, then I still have a Noctowl. What? Why are you... Okay. All right. You hit me with the Myriad Leaf Shower. You take the massive KO. Let's just play this out. All right. So we need an area 0 Underdepths, and at this point we need a Crispin for sure, and we just need to fill the bench as wide as we can go. So we'll take a Crispin. And let's go get the area 0 Underdepths, and then we'll figure out how we fill the bench so we can knock out this thing. Right? I think, yeah, we definitely want to play the Hoothoot now. We want to play Crispin, and we'll go grab a Dark and a Psychic. Doesn't matter which one is in hand. We'll attach. And attach. All right. And let's go and grab... We need... What's the play here? Because I just need to... I could get to 240, but then I have no outs. Like, if I go Buddy Poffin... Do we have Buddy Poffin here? We don't. We don't have Buddy Poffin. So I need... So 30, 60, 90, 120, 30... I need 2 Nest Balls. Yeah, we need 2 Nest Balls to take this KO. Okay. Let's go and grab a second turtle. Actually, we can get a Bouffalant down. Yeah, that makes us very tanky. And this is now doing 180. And we'll go and grab another Terapagos here. Now we swing for 210. I don't know if our... I don't think that was the play. Maybe, I don't know what their energy situation was. But I don't think that was the play. This is going to be an uphill battle going for... Oh, okay, let's see. The Pikachu could be profoundly annoying. Right? If we get a Bravery Charm, we can tank a hit from the Pikachu. Why did the opponent not sob? I don't know. I would not have done what our opponent just did there. Okay, if we get hit here, a Munkidori seems really good. I think we might even Turo for a Noctowl. And we can get... If we can set up some damage on the Pikachu so that we can knock that out, that would be ideal. It's that or we just tank a hit from... Yeah, because we might Turo and just get like a Bravery Charm. Okay, let's see how they play it. Because we could also, potentially, if we take a hit here with Terapagos, we can Scoop Up Cyclone, put the Terapagos back down, Glass Trumpet 2 energy, and then get the Crispin, and then we just get like 2 Terapagoses ready to go. Or we get a Terapagos plus a Munkidori is also a play we could make happen. Is this deck list available anywhere? Yeah, let me put a link in the chat to this deck list. This was from here. Okay, they get a Pikachu down. Is the play like, okay. Do they have the... Okay, if they're gonna sob right now, will we tank a hit with... Because 290 plus 50 is 3... I think we still tank a hit if we just throw a Bravery Charm on here. Oh, they don't have it. They don't have it. Interesting. Okay. Is the play... Oh, okay. We have Boss. That's great. Ooh, do we Scoop Up Cyclone here? And we get a Bravery Charm so we can tank a hit from the Pikachu. And we Gust... Okay. Potentially controversial play here. I'm going to Scoop Up Cyclone the Noctowl off the bench, right? We're going to put the Hoothoot back down. And we're going to go Noctowl here. I'm going to grab a Bravery Charm. And maybe a Nest Ball for a Munkidori later. And do we have that Bravery Charm? Yeah, there we go. And we'll make room for a Munkidori. Where is the monkey? And now I also could put Cornerstone Mask. Cornerstone Mask isn't going to get hit by this Pikachu. That's okay, though. Let's go and put a Bravery Charm on. And let's go... I could Turo as well to set up... No, we want to boss up the Fezandipiti here. And if they get Pikachu set up, we will take a hit from them. And then we can Munkidori, move some damage, and then take out the Pikachu. Okay. But yeah, right now their options are really... They need the Sparkling Crystal, like, right now. And they will get the Sparkling Crystal. To their credit, they will get the Sparkling Crystal. They get the Noctowl up. They get the Sparkling Crystal. They might even boss. Right? They could boss up the other Terapagos. And then we'll have to make some stuff happen. I think that's fine. Like, we just boss KO the Latias or the Ogerpon at that point. We are in good shape regardless of where this shakes out. I kind of want that... Oh, they're going to Crispin? Okay, they're just going to swing into us, which is actually... I think I prefer that so we can show the Munkidori moving the damage onto the Pikachu so we can take out the Pikachu. That's fine. Yeah. While I don't, like... So the things to take away from this match, like... What? They only have grass and they can't attach it. Oh no. Okay, so they can't do the thing. GG's. So look, I will be the first to admit our opponent maybe did not play that the most optimally. I think for our purposes here, we are a community that's learning how to play the game. Everybody's always learning how to learn. I think just see what we did in order to set up our board, and we were able to take big KOs. The deck flowed really nicely, and we had all the pieces we needed to respond with whatever our opponent had thrown at us. I think even if they had played that more optimally, I think we had set up our board state in such a way where we would have been prepared for the worst case scenario, but they did not present that to us at this point in time. I wish our opponent the best. If they happen to watch this video, I hope they are able to see what went down, what moves they could have made to play that a little better. And yeah, maybe we'll cross paths again and they'll kick my butt. Who knows? GG's. And it's not just like I'm not going to put losses in my video. There's a controversial loss that's going to be in one of the videos this week. You will know it when you see it. Yeah, it is a controversial loss, but like I'll put good losses in them. If it is a good loss that I can put in a video, fine. But if it's a loss where like I just brick on turn 1, or that one where I made too many misplays and like, yet Arceus League friends yell at me for it. You need to prioritize content. Also, the rewards it's not that serious, the rewards in Pokemon TCG Live. It's so easy to grind through the battle pass. Okay. All right. So what's the... Yeah, this is a... Yeah, Hoothoot Noctowl play, right? We go... Hoothoot Noctowl. We've got 2 Noctowls in hand. We will go get it down. Ooh, Cornerstone's amazing here. Yeah. They don't have an answer for Cornerstone, do they? I don't think they do. Do we have fighting energy in... Hold on, let's go see. A Latias would be cool. We do have fighting energy in the deck, so that's good. I don't think I actually want to play... Actually, let's get the Latias down. Just giving us some free retreat. And yeah, we can Crispin here. Let's get that fighting energy, and we'll get a dark energy here too. So we'll put the dark energy in our hand. We'll put the fighting energy up. And yeah, let's just retreat. And we'll just wait. I don't think they have an answer for this. Like, they can gust around. Sure. They're going to get 2 prizes. Like, they're not taking 6. If they have Scissor, yeah. That is an answer. Let's see if they've got it. If they do have an answer, it's fine. We've got Turtle. Do we go boss Earthen Vessel and just start putting pressure on the Goldengo? Goldengo has, what, 2 retreat? Yeah, 2 retreat. So that's going to be kind of annoying for them to deal with. I kind of like that. And let's just wall them off as long as we can. Okay, they'll put some energy on the... Oh, okay. They're just going to bring the Goldengo in anyway. So let's go and grab... Munkidori could be cool. Okay, hold on. Let's go Noctowl, and we'll grab an Earthen Vessel and something else. Do we have an Earthen Vessel? Do we not have? Okay, I think we have to Crispin here. Crispin, and yeah, we can add a Bravery Charm. Sure. Okay, that's kind of annoying, but we do get the Psychic and Dark. We'll put the Dark in hand. We'll attach the Psychic to the Cornerstone. And I don't think there's any point in benching anything else right now. Right? They can't hit us. We'll just demolish. Munkidori we can set up later if they actually hit something. If anything, we could even Turo away the Latias. But let's see. They have to get their scissors set up, and we'll see what they have for tech. Right, we can boss a Scyther right now. Mr. Nick, welcome. How you doing? Ruffian play incoming. We'll see. I pulled that card. It discards like a special energy and something else. Tools? Let me see. Ruffian is in Journey Together, right? Let me go and see. This pack doesn't have it. Mr. Nick, yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. Just put up a new YouTube video looking at the new Team Rocket cards. Let's see what they have for answers on this Goldango. Do I have... I thought I pulled Ruffian. Okay. Still not seeing the answer. Still not seeing the answer for a Cornerstone. Apologies if the riffling of the pack in the microphone gets picked up there. A little ASMR for you. You know what? What could be annoying is if they do take KOs on the smaller Pokemon, if the Togekiss gets them an extra prize, that could be a problem. They get their Energy Search Pro. All right. Lycanroc. I swear I had a Ruffian here. I do have a Lillie's Pearl. That's a card I did get. Are they just gonna... Okay, let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Riveting gameplay, Cornerstone, Mask Ogerpon, and just walling. All right. They're willing to sacrifice the Goldango for us. I'm not too... How much HP does the Togekiss have? I think we just swing. I don't know if there's much to... Maybe we Iono them to get this... Yeah, they pulled all the energy up, right? That's... Yeah, we have to Iono that. Yeah, get that out of here. And they've burned their Energy Search Pro for nothing. All the energy is now back at the bottom of the deck. Buddy Poffin, E-Switch. Yeah, we're cool here. We're cool here. We'll just swing for another 140. Take 2 prizes. I would not have burned my Energy Search. Yeah, don't burn that card until you're ready to take the KO. There was no point in doing that preemptively. It might be worth playing Turo just to put Latias back in our hand. Like, even if they... There's other ways of getting the Noctowls and Hoothoots out, like... And we can just get Latias back later. I don't think they have much of a trapping strategy here. Okay, they're going to get some lightning energy back for whatever that's worth at this point. Am I missing something here? Do they have, like, is the play just snipe out all these smaller ones and hope that the Togekiss hits? Like, if anything, should I be trying to snipe this Togepi right now and prevent that from happening so they're not taking 2 prizes on these? That's the only thing that I'm concerned about, really. The Goldango doesn't have a good answer to taking out Cornerstone. And the other thing, yeah, they could potentially take 3 prizes on this, 2 prizes, 2 prizes, 2 prizes. Like, they have to hit heads on all of them, though. And look, they might have insane luck. They might. They might have a billion gusting options, and that could be a problem. Does the Togekiss have a good attack? I don't even remember. Like, they might be setting up for that right now, and that does give me concern. If they're going to try and power this up, then yeah, let's gust that up. And maybe we'll grab, with the Ultra, we'll get the Noctowl, we'll go grab a boss, and we'll also grab a Turo to take the Latias off the board. And they also don't play a lot of hand disruption either, so like if we get trapped, we can just throw the Latias back down. We'll hold on to, I think we can get rid of the dark energy, one of the dark energies, as well as arguably get rid of both. Because we can Glass Trumpet them back and then Energy Switch as needed. Oh, there's Turo scenario. So we can go, let's boss up the Togepi first. Yeah, let's go grab a boss here. Hold on, we grab a Noctowl. That gets us a boss. Riveting gameplay here, but this is the nature of boss. And what else do we want? If we are here, we're going to be ahead. So do we just grab double boss and we can pick off whatever we want? Sure. Yeah, let's go and boss up the Togepi just in case. And we'll take a prize here. I don't think we'd have to play anything else right now. We can Latias away. If we don't gust again, we'll take the Latias off the board. I'm sure there are people, this is probably gonna, the way this is pacing out, this is probably gonna make the YouTube video, and it's not, there are going to be people that are gonna be like, oh, boring strategy, get the wall Pokemon out of here. This is a valid way of play, it's in the game for a reason, and certain decks have, like, there are answers to this if you want to play it, those. And this isn't like a fully walling deck. Like, this is just one card, right? We have not really seen an answer to them having it. Yeah, I think they've just left. The walling decks, while still relatively niche, we are seeing more of them, or card decks teching in the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, because they're not as easy to deal with now. We don't have Canceling Cologne or other answers to this particular effect. So definitely something to keep in mind while deck building. I don't think this player has an answer to... if this was the answer, this is going to be a tough one going forward. Spam emote? Absolutely not. We don't do that here. But yeah, are you a fan of walling decks, controlling decks? There are definitely... I'm going to guess that most people watching this channel are not that style of player, but there probably are a handful that are. Yeah, I think our opponent is just out of protest trying to give them the emote storm. Like a Pidgeot control, yes. Yeah, they are just waiting out the inevitable here. So let's just make this work as fast as we can. Actually, we'll scoop up the Latias here. Just to give them even fewer opportunities to mess with us here. Now, if they want to get through they have to Gust KO all three of these Pokemon while also hitting heads on the Togekiss. I think our opponent is just wasting our time. What else can we talk about here? For those watching this on YouTube, we were talking about I did some shopping, and yeah, can I do the thing? Yeah, we're just gonna zoom in here. You can see me a little more. If they make moves, great. If not, that's fine. I went to the store. I went to a store way out of town, and I found some packs. Journey Together at regular price. I have not seen Pokemon cards in stores in my neck of the woods for months. Pretty much right after Surging Sparks came out, haven't seen anything. I got a couple playable cards, and okay, they're our opponent's Scoop. I got a couple playable cards, including a Brock Scouting, which I put in my Dragapult deck, and a Black Belts Training, which I was able to put in our Chaludon Munkidori deck, so that's built. That's built. My Fezandipiti's in another deck, but everything else here is good to go. I will eventually turn this into a Poison Archaludon deck when Latias EX is available for sale in my neck of the woods. That card has been eternally sold out. Never seen it in store, online, or in person in my area. What else? Yeah, my big hits from Journey Together include a Volcanion EX and a full art Volcanion EX. Now look, if you just buy you buy 6 random booster packs from the store and you get 2 EXs and one of those is a full art, that's a win in my books. The odds of you getting anything in 6 packs are relative. I'd say you'd probably expect 1 EX out of 6 random packs. Getting a full art's a bonus. It just kind of stinks that it's Volcanion. I think at best this is a one of in some decks for that burn ability. But yeah, that's what I got in my packs. But I did get some playable cards that I can use in some of my other decks. Anyway, yeah, we won there because our opponent did not have a good answer for Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, and sometimes it be like that. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Terapagos EX. I will admit, I thought that Terapagos was cooked in light of seeing how poorly it was doing in Japan in the early days. But sometimes when we get a new card pool and there are big changes to decks, sometimes they can just be fixed by players giving it time and seeing what adjustments can be made to make the deck work. And Terapagos EX, I will admit, felt great. On stream, I actually did struggle quite a bit, and that was mostly my fault. I made a ton of horrible misplays that thankfully I'm cutting out of this video. But it's been a while since I played Terapagos, made a lot of mistakes there, and this doesn't really matter to you on YouTube, but I think the deck plays great and seems very strong. And if you want to play something that's like not quite meta and super popular, Terapagos is definitely on the rise and a really strong and consistent deck. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website InThirdPerson.com for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.